Do you remember Eskisare and Morgan Lafayette? Some of you probably remember, and many people have certainly heard about them. But many people hunted with them. Although memory is failing. When hunting time came, the house was full, and now, for obvious reasons, it became empty. So, let's remind them. You remember Henry Tudor? He was brought by Morgan during Christmas, last month before his death, and chose him as his heir to that throne. Now he is well of that heart. A most beautiful, lovely senior, very clever, smart, intelligent, and brave. A little empty mouth. Okay, we don't speak about it. Everything is great. You are emperor. Yeah, Siberian tiger. The best. Yeah, I think the best. I think that everything, but I think that everyone think that you are the best. So, this is our emperor. Of course, there is as well someone special, someone new, who for sure doesn't sit in the corner, and it's not possible to say that he is a senior. He has epilepsy, big scar on the head, and spent 9 years in the shelter. Yeah, for sure you not sit in the corner. Many people have certainly heard about them. Many people hunted with them, although memory is failing. When hunting time came, the house was full, and now, for obvious reasons, it became empty. I no longer plan to exploit hunting dogs. Gaston is a new member of the family, knows his job very well, but has one minor flaw. He is catatonic epileptic. What is someone who, like a prophet, suddenly sails away to his own world, only to return after a while. His previous owner condemned him to epilepsy, and you have to learn to live with this disease. However, we are not talking about Gaston here. I thought if there is a madman who is ready to adopt him and can ensure that he gets a great life, I'm ready to sacrifice even myself and marry this man, because I know that he will not be found, because no one will be able to live with him longer than 2 days. I would like to introduce everyone, someone who really needs a home, and I'm sure that it will be difficult to find that home, and that's what we are going to talk about today. What dog I met during Christmas, during trip from one place to other place, and I will introduce him now. Gustav would like to live out of his days in a better place than shelter, but somehow it happened that with all he knows. He came to the shelter very early and for unknown reasons literally got stuck over. Maybe he barked quietly when people visited the shelter, or maybe he was not noticeable. Gustav couldn't get noticed until he really didn't care. He's one of us who stopped waiting. Over time, Gustav lost his sight, which made his situation worse, because want who would want a blind dog. And so Gustav grew old, becoming one of the oldest residents of the shelter. This dog actually is about 15 years old. Not only did he go blind, but then became deaf and finally began to have spine problems, which is possible to see on the pictures. He is very liked by employees, but everyone realized that Gustav needs more than a few minutes of shocking or a walk with guardian who is not able to give him what he most needs, because he has over 100 dogs to care for. Gustav can't exist in shelter honestly anymore. More and more often he has collisions with everything he encounters on his way and is no longer able to count is called when someone is far away. All he has left is his sense of smell, and it is thanks to it that he recognizes people and moves. It also seems to have a sensitive touch because when stepping into the unknown, the first gently checks the ground with his paw. He really likes going for walks, swimming places, and bravely follows people. This is his only entertainment. Shelter in Eastern Europe never looks like that in Westward, and probably it will never happen. And you shouldn't look on this place. Darning view of shelter in the capital or tourist big cities, because in some way it's a propaganda how it's work, and in that place for sure it work well, but in behind and few kilometers far away world looks different. He took a particular liking to one lady who lives in a canal with two other dogs, Lena and Perlings, who help him a little in his daily life. Apparently, he has nothing against cats. Despite these difficulties that life has thrown at him, he still does not give up. So whenever he sees someone with good hair and kindness, he immediately licks that person. Gustav would like to have someone who will love him and whom he can love. However, he will be loved for who he is, with his flaws, but do not diminish his huge heart is fading. But this dog does not show any aggression. No one can guarantee how long Gustav will live, but he certainly deserved a better than being found dead in his kennel on morning. Employees believe it would be good if he had another dog living at home, provided that it was not a dominant dog. A second dog could bring him to life and become his eyes and ears. Due to his health condition, he is not suitable for small children. His dog is for calm person with a constant daily rhythm. He definitely needs a quiet home, preferably one ground home, one floor home. simply because he will not walk on the stairs. He is it's hard to say. Whenever he lived inside the building, he may need to learn to go outside, but it can be taught with some willingness and patience, but it also could be not necessary. Gustav weighed about 12 kilos, so he is a teeny, small dog. He's not vaccinated, dewormed, and microchipped. Due to his age, he eats wet food, which is simply delicate for stomach than dry food, and a veterinary clinic that takes care of a shelter is also considering the possibility of adoption by someone living abroad. They offer helping arranging the necessary documents, but due to Gustav's age, both the shelter and the clinic would like the future owner to come to meet him so that they could talk to this person, and both sides could get to know each other. We don't want Gustav to return to the shelter after a few days or go to another one. Everyone is aware of Gustav's health and age, but we would also like it to be a well thought out decision. With a sensible person, for myself, I can never go to a shelter as a translator, and I don't answer stupid questions. With Eastern Europe, no one here cares about taste, care, ribbons, and things like that. Here, existence is difficult, and it depends if you can survive or not. Gustav live in Poland, in small town São Paulo, which is possible to on the road between city called Konin. Konin you could remember from the road of the train Berlin, Warsaw, not far away, Moscow, and Toruń, city of Nicolaus Copernicus, where he was born. To the end, in the meaning of that end, eternal end, not street, shelter, any place like that. Better to explain in that age.